So I can kind of relate, but yeah, I don't know.
So what would you do if you get these negative comments and someone attacking you, not just...
Me, I was.
Let's say in a personal way. Let's just
YouTube.
go...
I went and dished every single. I went and dished every single person. On
But
YouTube.
that's even funnier. That's
straight back.
Some of the stuff though is funny. Like,
yeah,
some people be like, "There, yeah, exactly," and you're like,
"They're giving it to us.
This
It's
is the
like worst
worst."
thing I've
Blah
ever
blah
watched.
blah. It's like,
subscribe.
nah, subscribe. Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm like, you should
come on.
subscribe. You
Let's
need
do
this
it.
podcast.
Yeah, you need it more than you think. But I'm talking. Let's just say someone attacks you personally, like I did today. Started this podcast. You're horrible at what you do, and don't like your face. Oh no, don't like your car. It's bad color choice. But why do you, what would you do when someone says something like that to you? Like, how is it water off a duck's back for you? Or isn't it? Do you take it to heart?
Look, so going back to that same example, when the first few comments came in, I laughed. And then when they started pouring, like there's 100 comments on that video.
Yeah.
And when they started pouring in, I thought, like, have we done something wrong here?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And I had to re-watch the episode because I never listened back to what we talk about.
Yeah.
So I put it on and I watched like 10 minutes of it. And I saw what we were talking about and I'm like, everyone here is taking this completely out of context.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there screaming at the camera saying, vote 1 for George. He's going to run for the thing. Plastic straws are coming back.
Yeah.
Like, that was the conversation.
Like, we're seriously having a laugh.
Yeah. And then...
And there was some serious moments too, but majority of it...
What was the most serious thing? We bagged the party for their party that they...
No, I think the most serious thing was when we said our opinions are reflective of us, but also a lot of people.
Yeah.
I speak to a lot of people like, oh, who are you going to vote for? I'm like, vote. I'm going to go in and just do a donkey vote so I don't get my fine in the mail. Just cross my name off. I know people who did that. So how is that different to what we were talking about? They just don't care enough to vote for anyone, or they think that they were really bad, both parties, that they couldn't get involved in it.
The question I guess pose with that is, what changed from that conversation now? That's happened. Everyone's won, whatever. Blah. What are you doing different now, or what did you intend to do different if the other party won? It's like you go do the same shit anyway. You can have the same coffee, same breakfast, same work, same everything. Like that's my. Anyway,
take on it.
Going back to the comments thing, when it flooded in through volume, I kind of looked back at it just to see, like, have we overstepped the boundary here? Like, what's the? Do we actually look stupid? And then when I watched the thing, like, and I watched a bit of it, and I'm like, people are tripping.
We had similar response when we did an episode on Welcome to Country, and this is before it's sort of recent.
Yeah, but that was people were more.
They were in support of what we were saying, the majority of people, but there were still a few negative comments there, like educate yourselves, you guys don't know what you're talking about, this. There was definitely things there. I find whenever you talk about more controversial type topics or, political, religion.
We weren't even saying you need to vote for this.
No, that's right. That's right. We were just having the conversation, but I'm finding, generally speaking, things that spark conversation are those types of topics. Okay, let's look at the other end of the spectrum. How do you feel when you get positive comments? Is oh, yes, I'm doing it right. Like, do you feel good? Do you get sucked into it? Like the likes? Your emotional state shouldn't follow that of the likes and follows and comments on your social media.
It doesn't. And but
I'm talking to the people.
Yeah, but I think no one doesn't like getting positive comments.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And as much as I would see them and go, it's good to see those positive comments come through. But in the same token as well, you shouldn't let that feed you to do more content or to feel good about yourself.
Yeah, because I think that opens you up for
the opposite. Yeah. Exactly right. So as much as you hear, you're blocking out the noise, the hate, you probably need to block out the praise to a degree as well.
Yeah.
So great. Again, your opinion of me based off what you've heard and what you've seen. I'm glad you liked it, appreciate it, but it's not going to affect my mood moving forward.
Yeah, and that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the right way to handle it. I actually remember Chris Judd talking about that a long time ago, talking about when he was playing footy, and they're like, you hear all these people saying this stuff about you when he was 21, 22, and they're like, what did you think? And he's like, I used to completely block out the media. He's like, because if I let the good get me up, the bad's going to get me down.
Yeah.
He's like, I used to completely block out the media. I wouldn't hear any of it.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Man.
And most people
100%.
say, don't look at the comments.
Yeah.
But I get sucked in.
Look, I think when you're at the point, once you have millions of followers,
yeah, that's
I think it's going to get to that level where
Joe
you
Rogan,
don't even bother.
He's like, I don't read the comments.
Yeah.
He's like, I just let him talk.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. You're going to get to that level. Like think about that. Like someone like a Joe Rogan, someone like a Jordan Peterson or whoever it is, Grant Cardone. Like there's people that love them. There's people that hate them. Like, and it's like, you're going to listen to both sides. You're going to be, happy, happy, sad, 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 happy, 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 sad, sad, sad. You know,
that's a emotional roller coaster.
It is, and that's why you got to have that disconnect from what you're doing on your platforms compared to what and who you are in real life.
Yeah, and only take the comments or the feedback from trusted sources.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Like, turn to people that you know, and you should have a variant. Like, don't just listen to people that are going to tell you what you want to hear, which most of the people that generally care about you will, which I disagree with. But I just remembered something that I'm going to share with you right now as well. I don't know if you read it, but I think you do need to have some level of disconnect from the outcome, and it's like focus. It's all like focus on the process, not the go to the gym. Don't worry about the weight. Just go to the gym. Go do the workout. Stop focusing on the weight. Go do the workout. This is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Put out the content or put out the thing or whatever it is. Like build the brand, do the work. Don't worry about what people are saying as much. But to some degree, I also think there is it's good. Like you want to have someone read it, but not you. Do you know what I mean? I think it's good to have someone look over it. Because that's feedback.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
You know what I mean? And now I'm like, cool. Like if we want to rattle some cages, I'm going to tell people who to vote for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We worked out that, okay, cool. That's a very sensitive topic. There was obviously more people that cared about it than we thought.
Yeah. I mean, again, we didn't really care about politics.
Still don't care about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as you said, you're getting that aspect of it, and it's you're getting that that perspective from those people. When would you forget social media, for example? What if it's people speaking to you directly?
Like, I don't like you.
Yeah, or maybe saying, like, it could be in an email, but text messages. Yeah, you could get a text message from someone. That could also affect your mood. You could get... yeah, but even face-to-face, by saying you're wrong, you're this, you're whatever it might be, could even be from stage. You know, we speak on stages quite a bit. I'm yet to come across someone that's negative whilst on stage, but I'm sure it'll happen one day. And then how I combat that.
Like what sort of example?
Oh, I don't know, maybe yeah,
Boom.
yeah, exactly. Like this is a joke. You're a crook. Whatever it might be. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't reckon that would happen.
You don't think so?
I mean, like they're gonna sit there,
yeah,
try and heckle me from the ground.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
What are you doing
You're
here?
there most
like,
because most people are there.
Value out of this. Why are you still sitting here?
Yeah, that's right. That's
like,
right.
Yeah, you could.
Most people are going there exactly.
Yeah, you could be like, all you're doing is ruining everyone else's experience.
Yeah.
And then you could, like, if you turn to the ground and be like, who's learned something?
Yeah.
And then everyone puts their hand up and you just look at him and you're like, you should leave.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Security. Get this guy out.
Get this guy
out. Come and sit down. Grab him and say, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be I think you're right. I don't think that's ever going to...
For those sorts of events.
Because they're coming there to learn something. They're not coming there to heckle or to do anything. Yeah. And if they didn't like something, most people would just get up and leave.
Hasn't been any real...
No, I've never had that aspect.
Douchebags. Like sometimes there's a person in the crowd that's a smart ass, but
but even just challenging, again, like you've had it more so than what I have.
That's because people hate marketing.
Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, but I've spent $500 on ads this month and it didn't work."
Yeah,
you know, and it's like, well, cool. You put this much sugar in your coffee, and you're expecting it to be sweet.
Facebook ad certificate. You spent $500.
That'd be cool. I want one of those.
Yeah.
Can you get me one? Sure, they've spent enough money with it.
Only if you put it up in the office.
Oh,
yeah.
Boris, I'm going to put it.
Yeah.
Put it as my screen, as my
gotta
background on my screen
on
saver.
the wall. But yeah, I don't know. How else do you get it in person? Like negative, it's all feedback at the end of the day. That's how I like to look at it. And yes, sometimes things are going to upset you.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
That's okay.
I heard this thing. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and Alex Hormozy, and he talked about, he goes, you're going to have days where some days are good and some days are bad. I thought this was a great framework for laying out. You may have heard this. And I thought it was a great framework for laying out days. And he goes, there's 365 days in a year. Yeah. He goes, some are going to be good and some are going to be bad. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's like, so if you were to lay him out like top to bottom, like in chronological order from best to worst, he goes, you're going to have some bottom 10% days. He goes, do you think you're going to enjoy your bottom, do you expect to enjoy your bottom 10% days from the year? Like your worst 10%, do you expect to enjoy them?
No.
Okay. He goes, 10% of the year is 36 days. He goes, that's 3 days a month. That's almost one a week. He goes, sometimes if you're having a shit day and something goes wrong, he goes, it's just a bottom 10% day. The upside is you're going to have a top 10% day 3 times a month as well. He goes, it can be 36 of those a year as well. He goes, so anytime shit's going wrong, something happens, like, you know, when someone tries to heck you from the car, you get a shit comment, you're having a bad day, you just don't feel right, it's just a bottom 10% day. You don't have to change anything. Just keep moving forward and you probably feel better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was like, what a framework.
Yeah.
Like, what a perspective. I don't think he's human.
Yeah, it is. It's great. A great way to look at it.
Yeah, I was just like.
And, you know, relatively young to have that level of consciousness and experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's done a lot for his age.
Yeah. Yeah. He gives some solid advice, some real solid advice.
He gives great advice.
You know what I mean?
Some of the stuff he says, you just look at him, you're like a 70-year-old in a 35-year-old brain.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's lived. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of experience for someone his age.
Yeah, absolutely he does.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.